А тебе не кажется, что тебе пора открыть для себя что-то новое и интересное? Кажется? Тогда незамедлительно проходи на этот канал и открывай.
А вы когда-нибудь видели кота, читающего рэп? Теперь я могу смотреть в окно. Ху-ху!
Раста на унитазе с ключом в очках.
Ух ты! Я за него тоже буду играть? Судя по всему.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win!
Congratulations, your lordship.
Don't worry.
It's
just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
А то.
No one will
За него
tell
же
me
я
what
буду
Garrett
управлять.
did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well,
Да ему лет
Sir Royland
14 на вид.
says you can't fight very
Кого он
well.
защитит, боже?
And he calls you a milksop.
Ну я про то как бы и говорю.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
Хотя...
What does milksop mean?
Oh, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Оу.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to
А сейчас
play
вы типа
here?
не дети ни разу.
You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you, either way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I don't
Я
want to
буду
get
няшей.
angry,
Честно.
but I may have to. Father did sometimes.
But you're nice. Everybody says that about you.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So
Я так и думала, что сейчас что-нибудь будет про конфеты или что-нибудь такое.
It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Ну ладно, а
Of
что?
course. Why
Позитив.
not?
Сохраняем позитив.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Ну все, долг зовет. Детишки.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Все очень плохо.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
stay with us. Please, Ethan.
Ну,
He's
работа у меня
demanding an
такая.
audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay, with his family. Lord Whitehill is a mean old man anyways.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Таки все грустное. Ну, где там этот хрен?
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction.
Сейчас я все разрулю, не переживай.
Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Ой-ой. Ну, здрасте. Какой я? Пончик.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother.
Может, потом тебе и сделал, не смеши меня.
The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
Не буду тебе руку жать, пес.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oath-breakers.
Aye! And look where that got him. And no bread and
Провокатор.
salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
Понял?
Little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished.
Да мне
Maybe if
пофиг.
you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Действительно, что ты приперся-то? Поорать? О, знакомые лица.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business.
Да-да-да, что ты
Keeping the king's
говоришь?
peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Ах ты
Hear
шу.
that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that.
Свиновод расшатал ваших бойцов. Тебе не стыдно,
He
боженьки?
acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
He was defending his family as any man would. But your men murdered them all.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall?
Я
Answer
чё?
me. Who's the one who did it?
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it.
Лососируй.
Leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
Ой, как страшно. Иди
What
нафиг.
kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar,
Во-во.
Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean
Ага,
no
стыдно тебе?
disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this This is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester
вот ему делать больше нечего, чем заниматься. Хотя у него там свои сейчас развлечения у Руси-то.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Понял, пес? Иди отсюда. Все. Мне кажется, мы вин. Ха-ха. А я ничего такой лорд, да? Железный трон мне, пожалуйста.
He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. You need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Интересно, а третьим за кого буду играть? Какая-то девочка была. Может, за нее? Как раз за эту Миру?
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay, if it's presented to her.
А, я служанка Тиреллов? Серьезно? Что? Или я что-то не поняла? Ладно, неважно. Чё там? О, монетка. Возьми.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
А, Эссос, господи. Эссос это да.
Ethan made this for me.
А это что?
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Незаконченное письмо.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Свадьба, значит, да? Свадьба, это хорошо. Это свадьба с Джоффри. О, да. Детчик. Я посмотрел бы на эту свадьбу.
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
Скорее бы свадьбу, слушайте. Я хочу посмотреть, как это будет здесь в этой игре. Со стороны. Как-то странно, у него волосы лежат. И ходит она вообще странно довольно-таки. Посмотреть на угли, это очень интересно. Давай посмотрим. Интересно, да? Вот мне тоже кажется очень интересно. Что-нибудь еще есть полезное? Добрый вечер. Там... О, окошко. О, стоп, что это? Письмо? Давай письмо.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Мне придется с Маргари пообщаться. Здорово. А давай, а почему бы и да? По-моему, там кто-то стучался.
One moment.
Oh,
Привки.
sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
А ты кто? Угли будешь мне менять? По одному раскладывать? Это интересно.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Такой заботливый няш. Не знаю, правда, почему я должна тебе об этом рассказывать.
Please hurry if you can.
Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, my lady.
Хватит по одному выкладывать, боже.
You work for Lady Marjorie?
Нет, я просто так здесь стою по приколу.
I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
It's widely known that I work for Lady Marjorie.
Ну, так-то да.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Да?
I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Что, еще и Серсею увижу? Офигеть.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
You were eavesdropping?
No, not at all. I was just passing by and I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
Ну-ка, пали конторку.
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken.
Давай,
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy.
Мальчик,
on King's Landing
кукольщик.
with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
Я даже знаю, кому ты
Good
служишь.
night, my lady.
Варису, небось. У него там много всяких птичек. Пташек, в смысле. Птичек. Ух ты ж, мама родная.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there
Что
would
она
be
не
time
сильно
for
на
us
себя
to talk.
похожа.
Come, there's something we must discuss.
Ладно, не придираюсь к графике.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend.
Ты так мило. Ми-ми-ми.
Lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
Hey!
She was very pleased with herself.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort for what I don't know.
Что-то напоминает мне историю этой Сансы, тоже ее там предательницей назвали. Ладно, я уж распокорна я сегодня.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Окей. Но про себя буду думать, что она медведь в кустах кричит. Кое-что. Ох уж это Серсея. Ох, тебе будет весело. Хи-хи-хи. Это тоже глубокие спойлеры, которые даже не было в сериале.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Что-то какая-то молчаливая служанка вторая.
Good luck.
О, разговаривает. Что-то как Маргари нахмурилась прям так, ух. Ну давайте, Серсея, мне покажите, может она будет похожа. О, Тирион. Хы. Здорово. Привет! Мой любимый персонаж. Я просто здесь постоянно Тириону позалипаю, плиз. Привет. Здрасте. Я это, как ее, ну, в общем, не помню, как там меня зовут. Мира, да, точно. Здрасте. О, это не похоже, в принципе, так.
Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Ну,
with your permission,
так.
Allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Преклонить колени.
Your Grace.
Королева довольна.
Impressive. You may rise.
Ой, иди-ка ты в жопу, как ты меня бесишь, а? Коза.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Ask the new Lord Forrester.
Наша верность непоколебима.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
Королева довольна?
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark, a house of traitors.
Все.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
Говори одно, думай другое.
Lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Да ты офигевшая.
If she has any loyalty at all, is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
No.
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift.
Да блин, что ж тебе не угодишь, что достала меня ты блондинистая задница.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
Ты довольна?
Shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
Лишь бы ты не лезла ко мне вообще.
I see.
Тволи.
What would you have the girl do,
Ты еще
Cersei?
свое получишь, коза
It's not as if she fought
блондинистая.
beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Rhaenyra Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven
Ну давай,
Kingdoms.
наезжай на нас теперь.
Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
What a delightful girl. If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
Ой,
If there's
иди
a
ты.
point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not.
Мне всегда хотелось послать Церсею в жопу, но я тут боюсь, что все это плохо кончится. Если я пошлю ее в жопу.
You are a girl from the north here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
Ага, вот так, значит, ты считаешь вопрос.
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I must
Сосируй.
choose Marjorie, Your Grace. I serve at her pleasure.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities.
Да мне пофиг, что ты думаешь.
She is a threat to the crown.
О, да.
The most dangerous handmaiden in all of
Ты мой холёсий. Ты на моей стороне.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants.
Да, и мне вообще на тебя
Which is
насрать.
not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Мне такое ощущение, что Маргаret скоро мне наваляет. Привет.
I'll walk you out.
О, даже так?
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Forgive me for saying it, but the Boltons have no honor.
Roose Bolton has many unique qualities. Honor is not one of them.
Вот с тобой-то я могу
You
уж
are
быть
brave to declare
откровенной.
your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei,
Там мне насрать на нее, она
she will
коза.
not soon forget what you said.
Я ей немножечко
It
подпалила
was
попец.
quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I don't particularly like her.
That was fairly apparent to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them.
Я сейчас, когда разговаривала с Серсеей, реально ощущала себя Сансой.
She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the master of coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei.
Отлично, мне нравится
What would be
исходит такой.
amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house.
Ну, блин.
Are you willing to risk that?
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you?
Ну, так.
I'll consider it.
Ты ж моя няша.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Надо было сразу Серсею послать в задницу, да, сказать, что Джоффри лох, ты медведь в кустах кричит. А что-то я как-то прям вообще... Сразу надо было ее послать. Маргерит бы расстроилась бы немножко.
Mira, I was worried.
Нормально все.
How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now.
Отмазалась кое-как.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper.
А тоже ничего.
I'm told he has a paramour.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands.
Но это вряд ли.
Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Как хорошо, что вы не знаете спойлеров.
If it meant you'd become queen.
Да ну его в жопу.
He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Какая честь.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Шалят. Немножко.
Well?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your
Да мне на нее чхать.
I'm just glad it's over.
Коза эта белобрысая.
King's Landing can be
Ой, это
exhausting
графон.
sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
Такое ощущение, что у меня все на минимуме
I fear it
стоит.
will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love
Вот по-любому свадьба будет во второй части игры. Вот самая сладенькая ставит жену.
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
No.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Ну не обижайся только, ладно? Не обижайся. То мало ли там. Ты вон там королевой хочешь быть вообще. Мало ли там сдашь сейчас всю контору мне.
Go on.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
Mm-hmm.
Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I can't promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Ну, что-то мне кажется, что все плохо закончится. Ты все на стену идешь, да, дружище? Оу. Лошадь. Не на... Ну, ладно, пока. Что, дружище, удачи тебе. Да ладно.
Let's play a little game.
О, привет!
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Это тот, кого я думаю, он там пытает? Так он же вроде в замке его пытал, нет? Привет, Рамсик. Палево. По-моему, когда красненько, это палево.
What with all that bloody noise?
Like a droning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
Палево.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds
Очень интересно.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Forresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
Палево.
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
О-о.
There.
О-о. Вали. Мотай оттуда.
I know I heard something.
Чё, неужели убежала? Офигеть. Это ж я шустрая. Остаться на месте, чтобы он меня так же вот порезал, да? Не, что-то не хочется.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forrester lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Хороший, просто хороший.
He was fair and wise.
I want to be like that.
Тоже быть хорошим.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forrester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others. The Lord Sentinel.
Намек такой, типа?
Forrester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Так ты же этот... Нет, тебе нельзя. Ну, начинается.
I've done nothing wrong. I was only trying to survive.
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed.
Да ты офигевший?
We all fucking know it.
Quiet.
Ну-ка, тихо.
Eric
Ты чё?
was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right. He speaks true. Right. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Хоть убить уже.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
They
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
Да хватит меня разрывать.
Send him to the war.
Чё, на стенку его отправлять? Вы чё? Мерси. Я не буду его убивать, вы чё?
Take his fingers. He's a thief. If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Я тоже хочу быть хороший.
My lord, my family depends on me.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed.
Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal. A brazen thief.
He's also a father trying to help his children after we failed him. I cannot punish a man for our negligence.
You're rewarding a man who has no loyalty or honor.
Какой ты злой, а?
Lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
Веди себя хорошо.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
Disloyalty shouldn't be rewarded if others will take advantage of your mercy. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust.
Ты опять намекаешь, ты же мейстер, ты не можешь быть хранителем, по идее, нет?
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither.
Нет, этого грубияна злобного я не буду
How do I
выбирать.
decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office.
Ну, мой выбор очевиден.
Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Да я уже готов, пошли. Что тут сомневаться-то? Я не буду этого злобного дядьку выбирать. Хотя, может, еще пожалею, вот этого я не буду выбирать. Мы же... Или вот этого хочу я выбрать. Это что такое висит? Это ведь не человек, да, был? Это ведь просто свинка, да? Посмотреть на еда. Вот ты мне нравишься. Давай поболтаем.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
Маклауд.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought
Ну
my
вот тем
counsel.
более.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
Would you want to be the sentinel?
More than you can imagine, my lord.
Такой
With all
милаш.
due respect for Sir Royland, there's no one better suited to the role than
Но
me.
тот скажет то же самое,
Thank you,
естественно.
Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
Пойдем с тем поговорим, уж так уж и быть, ладно. О! Господи, а потом тут Тирион сидит, я уж... Ну, нифига себе, ты что тут делаешь? Это просто какой-то пацанчик. Ну чё, дружи, ты где? Здрасте.
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
Привет.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to
Ага,
me.
ты губу
I
закатай.
know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man.
Ну, мечом ты сражайся, давать будет человек, который и такой нервный и злобный.
And made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to
Какой авторитет подорвал, ты
you.
чего?
Pardon me saying so. I think your father would be proud.
Duncan Tuttle is a good man.
Aye, a fine man. Wise he. But he has no business being sentenced. He likes to talk. But now's the time for action. So,
Ну, я не
when
знаю.
will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Я вынужден тебя обломать, мой дружок. Так, где там мейстер? Не мейстер. Где он? Пацан. Дай с тобой поговорю.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, you know, don't you?
You honor Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was. Yeah.
Прикольно
Someday,
издавать звуки с
I'll
закрытым
have a
ртом.
real one, but not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword, I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man.
А что я с ним сделала? Я ничего с ним не сделала.
Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them.
No, he's not our enemy.
Или вы про кого
But he did a
вообще?
bad thing.
Then I wish you'd hurt him. People who do bad things need to be punished.
Какой маленький злобный
Someone did something bad to
мальчишенька.
Father and Roderick. Someone should hurt them even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Как разошелся-то? Ну я верю тебе, конечно, мой холёсий. Так, мне бы мастера найти. Где этот товарищ? Тут закрыто, лошадки. А ты кто вообще?
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
А,
I
дядя.
saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall.
Ну никто не
Hope to
хочет
be off tomorrow.
болтать.
At first light.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him.
Ну как?
To help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her.
I'm sure you do.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I trust him.
I think you're wrong, Uncle.
You're young, and you still have much to learn. We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house.
Да.
Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate.
Тоже верно.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Сейчас ты скажешь, не выбирай его, да? Вы выберет этого, который Дункан. Он хороший, а этот плохой, да?
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's
нет?
help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle.
Ну, я так и думала.
Dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable, and likely to make matters worse.
Это вообще какой-то кровожадный.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Да вы что? Я не знаю. Ну, блин, наладушек, черт. Что это? Замочек.
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
Как он злой, он там псами их называет. Хотя то, что ты иногда называю псами. О, мастер, привет. Какая еда? Я с мастером хочу поговорить. Хорошо, посмотри на еду. Так интересно, боже мой. Смотри, ладно. Привет.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the Whitehills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. we can do it again, if you'd
Не
like.
надо требовать еду у
We've done it
крестьян.
before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
No, there must be something else we can do.
Well, I hope we find it soon. We won't have much room to maneuver if we don't have the option of holding fast. I can speak to the huntsmen and trappers. Perhaps they can do more.
Ну вот.
My lord.
Ну, иди уже к нему, боже. Давай, 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 топай, топай, топай. Что смотришь, интересное?
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people.
Ну да.
Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
Ой, чувствую, пожалею о своем выборе в итоге, а? Ну, не нравится мне этот сир, но он какой-то он злой вообще. Мне кажется, он сильно разозлится, когда я выберу не его. Ну, он такой добродушный, такой прям милаш. Хочется ему верить. Что он оправдает мои надежды.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Я тоже верю. Надеюсь.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Да я в курсе. А ты не затыкай.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Что ты вылупился? Не ты все равно.
Duncan Tuttle, you will be my sentinel.
А я знала, что он сгорит. Я знала.
Lord Ethan has made his choice.
Понял.
I will not disappoint you, my lord.
Смотри у меня.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scout says only a day's ride from here, with no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can handle Ramsay Snow. He doesn't scare me.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Вот именно.
No, Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel.
Понял.
I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Я тут главная.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Да, герб Болтонов, это да.
Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
We all must agree on the plan. We cannot leave until we have a consensus.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough! My new sentinel favors a certain approach, and I agree. I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without
Ну хотя он
negotiating
такой двинутый
first.
немножко на голову, мне кажется, с ним будет тяжело разговаривать.
And try to reach a reasonable agreement.
Мне кажется, он долго болтать с нами не будет, но я надеюсь.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, Let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the gate with as much force as
Да
we
ты
can
запарил уже.
Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
Ну.
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless.
На самом деле я не хочу с ним встречаться.
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many
Я
years
не хочу,
have I
чтобы он мне
served
кожу
this
снял.
house? I
Или отрезал
cannot listen to that
бубенцы.
bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me,
Что-нибудь.
my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house.
Ой, иди
You're
отсюда.
likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
Сел. И замолчал.
Apologies, my son.
Скричался.
But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Я даже не знаю, честно говоря, что ему предложить.
We have to prepare the house.
Вроде как отправили на стену, типа, решили проблему с тем, что там наказали этого парня.
I have fought for this family for many years. Do not forget that.
Не кричи на меня только, пожалуйста, больше, ладно?
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Why would you bring him back after you exiled him?
He exiled himself. He has no desire to rule. Asher is volatile, but that is his strength too. Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you.
Что?
I'm trying to do what's best for this family, what this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Ну ладно, ладно, ладно.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Надо мамку расстраивать.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Хочется верить. Ну, что-то я сомневаюсь. Бедный пацан. Столько на его голову свалилось всего, а? Странный ключ. Семейная печать Тиролов. Не хочу странный ключ взять. Обычный ключ. Не знаю, зачем, но возьми. Почему бы и не стырить ключ? Почему бы и не взять печать? Возьму. Все возьму. Все, что плохо лежит, все возьму. Все мое.
Marjorie?
Господи, что пугаешь-то, я тут тырю.
Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you might want to know.
Да, все нормально. Это пока в чате ключик стырила.
Thank you.
Чем там еще лежит? Плохо. Ой, что такое все размытое.
When you dismissed me the other day, I won't say it didn't
Ну
hurt
не
my feelings.
начинай, пожалуйста.
We've known each other for years.
We are friends, Sarah. Truly.
Friends trust one another. They don't hold secrets. Now Lady Marjorie thinks you don't trust me. And she values your opinion
А я не
very
доверяю
much.
тебе после того, как ты сказала,
Sarah,
что хочешь быть королевой и Джоффри, там ты готова там вообще любить его. Ну тебя нафиг. Что-то я тебя боюсь немножко. Ой-ой-ой. Мне кажется, она принесла плохие новости.
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
What did King Joffrey say, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
Ой. Он ей платье порвал.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
Какое платье красиво порвала, козел.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family.
Всё плохо.
If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady.
Милый
hope you saw.
малыш.
I was right before.
Пацанчик.
About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family.
Каким
If you're
интересным
willing to
образом.
trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who...
Палево.
People who'd be willing to help you.
Кто там? Привет. Интересно, Дейнерис будет вообще в этой игре? И дракончики. Я посмотрела бы. Что ты вылупился? У тебя вон на попе 2 дырки.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here.
По-моему, он обиделся.
Pride more than honor.
Да он
We'll do
обиделся, я
without
говорю.
him. And
Дурак.
without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
I hope so.
You made the right decision, my lord.
Ой, посмотрим. Ой, что-то я очкую. Ой, все плохо, все плохо, очень плохо. Привет.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Все плохо. Очень.
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House
Все
Bolton,
по-любому закончится.
son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of
Thank
the
you,
Warden of the...
Lord. That's enough.
Привет, бастард.
Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
May I offer you bread and salt, Lord Ramsay?
I loathe bread and salt.
Ты чё, обалдел не любить хлеб и соль?
Aren't you the little lord?
Маленький
Lord
лордик.
Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
Ой, тю-тю. Хоть ко мне клеится.
A token for the new warden of the north.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Ты такой догадливый.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad.
Мама.
Lord Whitehill.
Чё-то я волнуюсь.
Do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. Look at that. More Forrester.
Так, а ну-ка не клей.
Come out,
Не надо клеить мою сеструню и братюню тоже не надо клеить.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
What is it you want, Lord Ramsay?
What do I want? Everything. Nothing.
Да ты...
We'll see.
Ты какой тупорый. Что в сериале, что здесь, что в книге.
Let's see you bend the knee to my father. Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say.
Ладно.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it?
Не хочу, чтобы он мне отрезал что-нибудь. Лучше с ним не шутить.
I don't care about your lawyer.
Но это так и так было
The Crown,
понятно.
however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't
Мамочка
trust
родная.
a Forrester.
Как он меня
They
напрягает,
murdered
а?
our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army.
Uh-oh.
Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do.
Не надо только его резать, пожалуйста.
So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone.
Дай угадаю.
The Whitehills will be taking control of your iron.
Кто бы сомневался.
What?
What?
А писать себе не лососнуть?
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The White Hills had ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare.
Hence the name, of course.
They know nothing of how to cultivate the forest.
Понял?
Look at
Пузанчик.
the sigil, my lord. A barren hill.
Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something
Ну,
is better
неплохо.
than the nothing you had before.
Это да.
To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace.
Whitehill men? Never.
It's already done.
Эй. Ну... Они же не будут атаковать, правильно?
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff. We'll lead the garrison.
You have no right. White Hills have no place here.
Lads,
Вот не надо вот этого.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester.
Да что ты пристал к нему, а?
Frightened, are you?
Отстань от пацана.
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, not just like the Queen.
Тонко, 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 тонко. Очень тонко.
I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
Не лезь к сестре.
Me? You can be my highborn ward.
А ну-ка, фу. Рамси, фу. Не надо. Рамси, фу. Прекрати.
She's quite pretty, your sister.
You've gone too far, Lord Ramsay. I demand you let her go.
Ты улыбишься.
I suppose you can stay.
А ты пойдешь со мной, да?
Aren't you the brave lord?
Мамочки родные. Ну твою же мать!
But I don't want the brave lord.
Ну блин.
Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better.
What have you done?
However, the Forresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Да я так и знала, что кончится какой-нибудь задницей. Это же Рамси, божечки.
Lovely meeting all of you.
Он же тут еще скотина.
Somebody help him! Fetch the mace so quickly!
Это не поможет уже ему ничего.
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
Let it go!
Stop them! Ryan,
Stop
please!
it!
Bring up the Ryan! Do something! My son.
Вот же ж, блин. Теперь чувствую себя виноватой. Отлично началась моя история. Все плохо. Я так хотела все разрулить хорошо, без
Ethan
убийств.
sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other lords.
До стены дошел. Ой, привет!
Those who will
Вот он
not
похож.
stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again.
О.
Our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
О. Ой, будет чувство интересно. Остались с этим. Сохранила, ну, ладно. %, ну почти, ну, больше половины, смотрите. И 63% в холл пригласили, ну вот. Так что я думала, что я буду наберу таких, как я, мало. Фу, ну это было круто, на самом деле. Очень много болтовни, очень много. Но это, в принципе, как и в книге, там очень много разговоров, просто очень офигительно много разговоров и воды. Собственно, спасибо за просмотр. Жду с нетерпением продолжения. Это крутая игра. Она мне нравится. Ну, и мне кажется, что она не очень понравится тем, кто не в курсе книги или сериала. Но надеюсь, что вам понравилось. Так что ждем продолжения. Всем спасибо. Удачи и пока.